Star Ocean, the Divine Force. This game has a perfect dodge, so it makes it into parry review. So this game is weird because this game is a great idea that wasn't necessarily executed poorly, but like as a combat game, this game falls short. This game is more kind of a turn-based RPG that people decided, hey, let's not make it turn-based and let's make it a full-on action game, but we don't know how to do that, so we're gonna botch the job. And this game is fun. There are some fun elements to it, but let's get into the parries and all that good stuff. So, basic mechanics of the game. There is no attack button. All your attacks are skilled. You see those little green squares that say AP? So you need one of those to execute your weakest attack, two of those to execute your stronger attack, and you probably need 3 AP to do your even stronger attacks. If you don't have any AP, you can't attack. There is no light attack button or standard attack button. If you do not have AP, you can't attack, period. So how do you charge your AP up? You gotta wait. That's it. That's how you charge your AP, by waiting. And this is the biggest failure that this game has. Because sure, you maybe have to wait like 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds or most, so that your AP can begin to charge. But that's like 2 seconds where all you're doing is nothing. Nothing, just waiting around for your AP. And like at least 1/3 of your entire combat sequence. 1/3 is just gonna be you waiting for your AP to charge. What is that, dude? You can't give me this stale, boring mechanic that interrupts the flow of combat. How could you do that to me? This is supposed to be a fun game. If I wanted to wait, I could just do a line, go to the bank, and wait in line. Okay, so why am I waiting in my video games when I can wait in real life? I can watch paint dry. There's so many alternatives for me to do waiting on that aren't video games. So why inflict this on the player when all you're trying to do is just play a game? Why are you forcing me to wait mid-combat? On top of that, you're making me wait in the middle of combat. I don't care that it's 2 seconds. I don't care. Do not introduce these types of mechanics into combat. This is the traversal that you're seeing now. Well, that you were just seeing now. Now we're back into combat. But the coolest part about this game is the traversal. You have like this little robot that makes you fly, and then when you reach the peak of your height as you fly, you then glide down by pressing the jump button. So this game doesn't have a parry, it has a perfect dodge. And what the perfect dodge does is you dodge an attack at the last moment. If you successfully dodge at the last moment, everything goes slow motion, and that blue bar that you see, you recover a little bit of that blue bar that's at the bottom of the screen. So that blue bar doesn't deplete outside of combat, because that's what you use for flying. That's how you fly, using that little blue energy bar. But when you're in combat, it does deplete. So if you start flying in the middle of combat, know that you can only do it a limited amount of times, and the fastest way, you can recharge it by attacking, but the fastest way to recharge your little blue bar, or your VA bar, which is what the game calls it, the VA bar, is by doing perfect dodges. And that's how you really want to be charging it up. And the reason why you want to fly mid-combat is because you can blindside enemies. Basically, it's a stun attack that stuns them. There's a fly button. You don't have to do any special intricate mechanic to fly. You just press the fly button, which is similar to like pressing the jump button, and then you fly up in the air, and then you just dash into the enemy and you stun them. And so, with that, I've basically covered the entirety of the combat in this game. That's it. That's all there is to the game. That is the combat. Oh, also, the lock-on mechanism in this game is weird. Like, this game will most of the time, lock on to the enemy that you're looking at, but sometimes There could be an enemy that you're looking at him, he's perfectly in the center of the screen, and then for some reason the game locks on to an enemy that's like all the way down in the back of the combat area, like super far away from you, and I'm like, why are you locking onto this guy? So then what you have to do is like click the right stick button to lock on, and then use the D-pad and switch one by one until you finally lock onto the guy that you actually want to be locking onto. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? And so that is why I said in the beginning of this game that this game was a great idea that was executed poorly, because it's just like sloppy. And by the way, it's not like this game is complete garbage. This game deserves to have fans. It's a good game. It's just like you can tell that this game was supposed to be a turn-based type of deal, and then they went like, no, let's make it more exciting, and they fucked it up. And if you can totally tell, that's what. And I know a lot of you are gonna say no because Star Ocean, this series is like that. Like, didn't you play Star Ocean R, the second story? Yeah, I did. It was also, I mean, Star Ocean R is actually better than this game. Which is amazing because I gave Star Ocean R a terrible score. A terrible score. And this game is even worse than that. So, on the parry metric, we're giving this game a 4 out of 5. And on the fun and enjoyment scale, we're giving let me repeat that. On the parry metric, a 4 out of 10. Right? Not a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 10 on the parry metric. And on the fun and enjoyment scale, we're giving it like 4 out of 10 as well. Like what the heck? Like what the heck? I'm sorry to be like to dunk so hard on this game and like trash it, but you can just tell that people who make these games make a certain type of action game that its roots it comes from turn-based. You can feel it. You can feel it in this game. And it's just weird, so whatever, I guess that's all I have to say. So, thanks for watching, take care, and enjoy.